Shadowdark is one of my favorite quick, easy, brutal fantasy systems that you can just pick up and play. And today they've released... ta-da! Cursed Scroll number 6, City of Masks. I haven't looked at this at all, so I'm going to open up the PDF and go through some of it with you right here, live. It's not live, but it's a recorded vid. I'm too excited to talk. Let's go through it. And here we have the amazing cover of Shadowdark Zine 6, The City of Masks. I love the old school style that they always have. This figure in the mask is really pulling me in immediately. I mean, I don't mean via the spell, even though it does look like it, right? Let's look at the rest of it. Straight up, we get a whole view of the city, and it seems to have quite a few locations. Bear in mind, this PDF is, I think, 68 pages, so it's not going to go into too much detail with each of these locations, which is how I prefer to run things. As someone that does a lot of improv, I don't like an overly detailed campaign setting or a city like the old Waterdeep books for D&D. Just went into far too much detail, and it's harder to run at the table because there's too much text and padding, and this is going to be nice and compact with all the juicy details. So some daily encounters in the different districts of the city and night encounters there. Beautiful. What are we looking at here? Some different sections of the city. We'll get to that. Cursed Scroll 6, here we go. Up to 68 pages, yes indeed. Some intro. The golden light of dawn yet washes over the towers of the grand city of masks. The city where all stories begin and end. I can't read all of this now. They had me here at Dark Souls. I'm a big Dark Souls fan. Well, I'm wearing a Bloodborne t-shirt, but that aside, wear your masks true and wear them well. Let's have a look. Oh, beautiful artwork, some new characters. The Bard is first up. Now, the Bard has been released. I can't remember if it's just if you follow the Shadowdark, newsletter, or if it was just free for download online, but the Bard I have had for quite a while. Maybe tell me in the comments where the Bard's from. Love the artwork, very old school Bard aesthetic. There's a new class here though, the Duelist. Oh, the city setting already looks great. I'm feeling a bit of Lankmar, a bit of DCC vibes in a way. Obviously all old school or adjacent games. Spinning swordsmen and fast-talking fame-mongers. Fame-mongers, such a cool term. Duelists deliver insults and injuries alike to defeat their foes in style. Okay, great. I'm not going to look through the talents, but here is a duelist. Very cool addition. Oh, cute little rat down there. I do love rats. Titles for the Bard and Duelists and their identities. Use identities to spice up your character's name to add a unique spin to... I like that thing, like you have an NPC and it's like a ruthless gangster. Oh, I'm Vinny. Oh, I'm Vinny the kind. Okay, yeah. Maybe that really scares people because of the irony. But anyways... So characters renown. Okay, a lightweight reputation system by the looks of it, which in a city campaign. I don't think cities are at their best when they're one-shots. They obviously can be, but I would run at least a mini campaign, like several sessions, closer to 10, so that you have this reputation, so that you can see how the city changes because of how you destroy a faction or their power dwindles and how power vacuums draw other factions into that space, or you take up that space. That's why I love city campaigns. Okay, new mage spells, obviously, so there's some new spells coming here. Gameplay. Okay, downtime. PCs can do one downtime activity between adventures. Okay, so there's a bit of a resting type thing here. This seems like training that you can do or magical research. This seems like a cool thing in between downtime, in between sessions, like filling in the blanks and extrapolating what the characters got up to. Some spiritualism things, skullduggery, more carousing, obviously city-specific carousing stuff. That's how you get XP in Shadowdark. It's kind of like the old, more sword and sorcery vibe of the Conan adventures, where at the end of an adventure, don't just hoard gold, like take over the town for one night and go crazy. And be merry. Okay, carousing benefits here, D100. This table has been much expanded. Carousing mishaps for D100. Okay, carousing just got serious. I love this. This is just really gonna add flavor to the city and especially show the consequences of your adventures and its culmination. The City of Masks. City overview. Okay, the different districts, just a quick breakdown. It seemed very compact, terse, exactly what you need. The major factions in the city. The factions are what makes this. Their goals, the structure, their enemies, the resources. So minor factions and what happens when you break the law and judgment, punishments. Holidays are always a nice little touch. I love this. This is great. Rumors in a city. This can be a great thing if you just go to a tavern or just an adventure seed. Love these. And now a very neatly keyed map of the city. Gutter Wash District, the Bilge Pot. Honest folk avoid this dim, swill-smelling tavern near the docks. That name, I didn't even have to read further. I knew exactly what this is going to be. Oh, so much good flavor here. The High Harbor District sounds great. The Royal Jeweler, that's not a dingy tavern, I can promise you that. A Castle District, also what you'd expect. The Silk Lion, ooh, tailors. Okay, lots of artisans and pubs and garrisons, everything you would come to expect, but the flavor here seems fantastic. And if you've ever read any of the other Shadowdark zines, it really feels like all the most important info is there, but it oozes with flavor and ideas, and you could almost just run it for the first time at the table, even read it like 5 minutes before running it and go, I got a lot of inspiration from that. These ideas are dynamite. The Nine Stones District. Ooh, I didn't even notice here on the left because I'm kind of running through, but it shows the class of how wealthy the citizens are and how many guards would typically go there and what the category is. This seems so easy to run at the table. I'm going to skip through some of these districts because I can't show the whole PDF, and I think already this looks well worth it to pick up if you don't have Shadowdark. To be fair, even the starter rules for Shadowdark is fantastic and has all the basics to play. You can get that for free. I'll put links down below. But when you back the Western Reaches, there's a way to get all 6 zines that are all about this size. They all have this level of polish and are well worth picking up. Oh, this is a great table. Okay, swiftly, I need entertainment, shopping, criminals, and they quickly give you some ideas. Criminal contacts. D40 NPCs. Oh, you roll a D4 and then a D10, and then you just read that. Quick NPCs. I love this. Also something I often see in Mothership modules, and this is so good in like more old school systems and gaming. You can just quickly inject an NPC into your game. And here at the back, a classic. In a sewer grate you find. You see it in a lot of the Morkborg systems as well. I love this tendency in old school games. At the back of your book, you can just quickly go, they need to find something. They looted a body. They checked in their own pockets and they find a something. And there you have it, everyone. The Cursed Scroll number 6 for Shadowdark. I can't wait to run this and for the entire Western Reaches to come out. Shadowdark is such an easy, rules-light fantasy setting, yet it has that little bit of a Dark Souls difficulty at times, although it's very configurable. You can make it harder or easier with a lot of cool house rules, but it's the simple classic old D&D 6 stats, but it's very much simplified. It more as an OSR philosophy of how to run it. But I don't believe that there's a specific way to run any of these at your table. You mix and match the rules as you like. For me, it's just fast at the table, and combat is quick. Skill resolution is quick, and it's heavy on player input. And when you dungeon delve and you enter the realms of the Shadowdark itself, of course, it is heavy on dread and suspense and atmosphere. I would wholeheartedly recommend Shadowdark, and I love this new zine. For me, this quick preview gives 3 thumbs up. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.